Welcome back, everyone, to another Girl Power preview review. Today we're going over another two new characters from the mini kits, or the half kits, starting off with Nejire Hado 2. I will admit that Nejire was not on my bingo card for the Girl Power, but it is fitting. So Nejire, instead of being a 720, I want to say, or 721 was she in Undaunted Rage, she is now a 631. She has Big 3 in Student as her character traits, and instead of Chaos, Air, and Life, she is Air, Good, and Life for her symbols. She has an Enhance, once per turn, permanently reduce your maximum health by 3. Add 1 ranged attack with a difficulty of 4 from your discard pile to your hand. So you can use this ability up to 10 times, though likely you will die by then. But to pick up a printed 4 difficulty hi Sam, a printed 4 difficulty attack, ranged attack specifically, I believe except for her ultra rare in Undaunted Raid, all of her attacks are 4 difficulty, and most of them are ranged. That or most of them are charged and they're all ranged, either way. So some good synergy there. She is maintaining the using her life as a resource gimmick. Pretty cool. Of course, 3 is much more than 1, but I guess we'll see what we can do here, because it doesn't seem like she has any health gain on her character, but she does say, response commit after you block with a foundation, build it. Now, you don't build it committed, you just build it automatically. So, a great way to defensively build and clear your card pool on defense, while you're also losing health to add attacks to your hand. Granted, this does not say your turn on the Enhance, so you can permanently reduce your health by 3 to pick up a block zone that you need if need be. So that's pretty cool. And then we move on to the attack, her Ultra Nejire Flood, a 4 difficulty, 2 control, 5 high for 3 with a +1 low block. That's a really nice block that you can grab with Nejire's Enhance. It says Enhance, gain 2 health, then if you are at maximum health, this attack gets 3 damage. So you gain the 2 health, so if you're at 29, you go up to 31, then you get 3 damage, making this a 5 high for 6. If you've reduced your health permanently down to a 25 maybe, and then you're at 23, you can bump up to that 25 and gain more damage. Something I like seeing this in would probably be Kamui Woods 2, since he's all about increasing your maximum health and then gaining health. This could be a way to keep up that health gain, especially if you're gaining health and increasing your health faster than your rival can kill you. And then it also has Enhance. Your rival commits 1 foundation for each ranged attack in your card pool. That's really strong. We've seen the charge version of this with Ochako 4. I've actually had some use of that card. When set 1 was still legal, there was a punch version, Heroic Strike, that was really making its way around in a lot of good punch decks for a while. So this is pretty cool. Solid Ultra, I like it. Can't wait to see what the alternate art on it, because all of the character cards, as well as all of the Ultra Rares, will have alternate art cards, alternate art versions in the set. So that's going to be pretty cool. I can't wait to see all of the different alternate arts that we have. I believe we've seen Toga, Kendo, and I want to say Jiro. Jiro's kind of just chilling, twirling her earlobe. I think Toga is in like a winter coat, looking all cute and fun. I think Kendo, I don't quite remember. I think she's like getting ready to punch you or something. But yeah, so as well as Chrome Rares returning in Girl Power, we can look for alternate art characters of every character in the set, not just random smattering of characters like we did in Jetburn, and then random alternate arts of every Ultra Rare. So that's going to be pretty cool. Moving on to her foundations, we have Curious About Quirks, a 1/5 with a +3 mid-block. It says, response flip, after your rival plays a character ability, draw 1 card. Starting to get a little annoyed about all the draw power in this game right now. I know back in the olden days when I started playing, draw power was kind of something you had to work for, but there's a lot of free draw going on. I am glad to see something other than the death symbol getting it, because Toguro doesn't need any more free draw, but lots of free draw, and that's making a lot of these aggro characters really, really hard to deal with. And then moving to the final foundation, we have Fruit Tart Gourmand, a 2/5 with a +2 high block. It says Enhance Commit, change this attack zone to high. If it is completely blocked, build the top card of your deck face down. Committed. Don't know why I hiccuped on that one. So that's kind of cool. You can change it to high. Then if you block with a high, not only can you commit Nejire to build the foundation you blocked with, but you can then build the top card of your deck face down committed. That's pretty cool. So she definitely wants to build her stage and then string out real wide, picking up her attack from her discard pile. Thankfully, she does not share any rando spirit gun symbols. That makes me happy, because I'm just going to permanently reduce my health by 6 to pick up 2 attacks and just bop you. Seems a little rough. But yeah, Nejire. Seems pretty alright. I don't know if I'm going to play her. I mean, I play everyone. At least once. I try to build at least one copy of every character, because that's just what I do. And I'm definitely, of course, going to make Day 0 decks for every one of these characters once the full set is revealed. But I don't know if she's necessarily for me playstyle-wise, but I guess we'll find out once I start getting some more playtime in. And then the next for this video, we have Pony Tsunotori, the American exchange student, with her little horn shots. If I'm not mistaken, this is the first character I've ever seen with 4 abilities, 4 enhances. That's a lot of words. She is a 7 hand size, 22 health character. She has 1 B and student, and her symbols are air, earth, and fire. She has, as I said, 4 enhances, so let's take them in order. First is enhance, discard 2 cards, so you're discarding 2 cards from your hand. Add 2 horn counters to this card. Draw 1 card. So you're basically discard 2 cards to draw a card, and you get 2 horn counters on your character. She has enhance, remove 1 horn counter from your character. This attack gets +2 or -2 speed. Okay, so you get either some speed control, pushing your attacks through, making your rival's attacks easier to block. That's alright. And you get 2 horn counters for discarding the 2 cards. So that's 2 instances of this. You can remove 2 horn counters as another enhance to change the zone of this attack. That's pretty powerful. That is pretty strong. Defensively changing your rival's attack zone to match a block zone in your hand is really, really strong. Thankfully, she does not have a showdown symbol, or this would be insane. Yeah. And then, of course, if you can peek at your rival's hand, you can change your attack zone to whatever doesn't match them. And lastly, you can remove 3 horn counters from this card. Clear 1 card from your card pool. Alright. So, it costs 2 cards from your hand. Then you draw a card, so technically it costs 1 card from your hand. You get 2 horn counters. This is not a once per turn enhance. None of these are once per turn. So I guess as long as you can afford to pay for it, you can keep getting horn counters. Let's move on to her other cards. She has 2 attacks as opposed to 2 foundations, so that's interesting. She has a common that is Horn Cannon, a 5 difficulty, 3 control, 3 mid for 5 with a +2 high block. It's got ranged and Echo. So Echo is a response. You spend 1 momentum after this attack resolves. You may attempt to play it from your card pool as your next form, and then flip it once it resolves a second time. So 2 attacks in 1, so you play this 1 attack, gives you 6 cards in hand. Discard 2 for 2 horn counters, draw a card. Echo this card, discard 2, so that puts you at 5 cards in hand. Discard 2 down to 3, draw 1, you have 4 cards in hand, you're at 4 horn counters. if I guess you just drew a bunch of foundations and you wanted horn counters defensively, I guess. Alright, moving on to her rare attack, we have Horn Dash Hammer. A 5 difficulty, 3 control, 4 high for 5 with a +2 mid block. It's got EX2, ranged and slam, so EX2 is, as an enhance, you can discard any number of momentum, and for each momentum discarded, this attack will gain 2 speed. It has a card pool response, so this response can be played as long as this card is in your card pool, even if it's not during this attack, or if it was played as a block. But response card pool, after you discard one or more cards from your hand, your attack gets +1 damage for each of those cards. Alright, so as long as you can discard cards continuously, which Pony can do, you can boost damage of your attacks. So if you discard 2 cards to get 2 horn counters, you get 2 damage, then you can remove a horn counter to get 2 speed. That's not bad. And then enhance flip 1 foundation, choose 1 card in either stage. If it has a counter on it, add 1 counter of that type to it. Alright, that's pretty alright. I'm glad that this shares no symbols with Jiro 2. Little sad, but I understand that it doesn't share any symbols with King Ghidorah from the Godzilla decks. That's obvious. I have heard some rumblings of people saying that this is kind of unfair to put on a on symbol with Titancliff, because Titancliff you can discard up to 3 cards, draw that many cards. Thing is, you're then playing Titancliff on a 6 or on a 7. Is the 7 worth it? Is playing it on a 7 worth it to get 3 damage on Titancliff? I don't know. I don't know if that's worth it. I could see this being played on Earth, Kamui Woods 2 on Earth, because he can stuff this into your card pool from your discard pile and make it not count towards progressive difficulty. So you can then play the Titancliff on a 6 as your first attack, Kamui Woods stick this in, and then do all of the shenanigans. So, alright, that I could see, maybe. Talking a lot about Kamui Woods 2 in this video. I might have to do some Kamui Woods building. But let's move on to her foundation, American Exchange Student. Look at her, so happy. This is a 2 difficulty, 5 control with a +3 low block. It says enhance commit. Your attack gets +2 damage. Add 1 horn counter to your character. So another way to give an attack +2/+2 if you remove the horn counter for 2 speed. So commit for +2/+2 is a pretty good rate, pretty solid. Overall, I'll be honest, guys, I don't know if I like this one. Like, it's cheeky, it's cute, get all your horn counters. They seem to have really leaned into counters as a design space. You've got applause counters, pamphlet counters, horn counters, mushroom counters now. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about... Oh, you've also got, like, dupli arm counters, muscle counters. I don't know how I feel about so many cards. Like, when it was just a niche thing with only a few characters, I thought it was pretty cool. Now this just seems like a lot more stuff to keep track of. Like, say you're playing Jiro or Mushroom Girl, but with, like, the spreading the word. So now you have to have your different things for pamphlet counters, different things for mushroom counters. It just feels like it could get kind of messy. I don't know. Maybe that's me. Maybe I mean, we haven't seen a lot of counter characters. We've seen Muscular do some things. We've seen Jiro 2 do some things. A lot of people are talking about the Mushroom Girl, but maybe I'm overblowing it. Maybe I'm overthinking it. I don't know. So yeah, what do you guys think of Pony Tsunotori and Nejire Hado? Honestly, I don't know if I'm too excited for either of these two, but we'll see when I start deck building for the day zeros if anything changes my mind. Yeah, so I guess we'll have to see on that. If you are new to the channel, welcome. Please like and subscribe. I would really appreciate the support. And if you're new to the game, I have a link to my How to Play Universus playlist down in the description. It's very easy to follow. Everything is broken up into like less than 5-minute long videos, so everything's really easy to go through. You don't have to spend 20 or 30 minutes watching one video. Everything's broken down easily. So I made that as a resource for new players, so if you maybe have a new group starting up, feel free to share that around. I would really love it. And as always, I just try to help and make sure that this game is easy and accessible to everyone. So without that, anything else to say, until next time, guys, take care.